Welcome back, everyone. So you know what he just said to me? He said, I can't believe I'm doing this again. We get excited when we come here, Scott.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, look at where we are today. We're in the blacksmith shop, right? Everything else, and you're treated like, oh, here they come again. Is that right?
No, I'm excited every time you guys come.
Well, you better be. At least you can say that now.
I know, right? This is great.
You know what? We're at the Adirondack Folk School. Obviously one of our favorite places to come. And there's something on the wall here that I noticed when I came in. Inspiring hands, hearts, and minds. For some reason, Scott, that really resonates with me because every time somebody comes here, they learn something about themselves. They get inspired, and it connects their hearts with their minds. And maybe that sort of bucket list of something that maybe you wanted to make. Maybe you wanted to make a canoe. Maybe you wanted to learn how to play the banjo, you know? Yeah. It could be any number of different things, right?
Absolutely. Well, you just summed up our mission and what our school is all about right there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was one of the founding goals of our founder, Jim Mandel, about almost 10 years ago, as to inspire that and to build confidence and self-assurance and pass along the heritage of our wonderful region to thousands of people from around the world.
Actually, you just mentioned an important word. The word heritage. You know, in this sort of fast-paced world that we live in, we think to ourselves that everything revolves around our smartphones, right?
Yeah.
And when in reality, to have a craftsman actually teach you something, you know, show you something, to pass on a tradition, let's say it's that, you know, or just to let you know a little bit more about the folklore attached to something. I mean, that's an education that you can't duplicate with technology.
No, you can't, and you don't forget that either, because if you're getting the story behind a process or a way you're doing something, we're doing this, we're making it this way because so and so learned it this way. As a student, that stays with you. The retention rate is extremely high, and when you leave here with an heirloom quality piece, so you see that see the canoe or a knife or a basket the things are built to last, and like you said, our wonderful smartphones. In 5 years, they'll be paperweights.
Yeah,
but these items that we make here, they're made to last for generations to be passed down, and you'll have that story and that experience that you'll immediately connect with every time you see or touch that piece.
You know, one thing that I notice when I come here, we usually invite ourselves, and then we go down and take a look at one of the classrooms or the workshops and whatever. And it's the spirit of the people, you know, it's really something. There are a lot of smiles, you know, and there are a lot of people who are just dying to show you what they made.
Yeah.
You know, I think we prove something to ourselves when we tackle something like this. I can do this.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, our instructors are amazing at uncovering hidden talents in each of our students. Mm-hmm. Everybody who comes to the Adirondack Folk School is here because they want to be here.
Yeah, right.
The instructors, they are that two-circle Venn diagram of the extremely talented and gifted artisan and somebody who's really good, a very talented instructor or teacher, and it's a very select group of people. But the instructors we have are amazing. They love their craft and they love passing it along to eager students. And our students come from all over the capital region and the Adirondacks and all over the world. And they want to come here to learn that something extra, to check off something off of their bucket list. So it really provides an incredible energy in every single one of our classes. Like, everyone's excited to be there. They've been looking forward to that class for months or a year, or they see it in our catalog for years and like, this is the year I'm going to do that. I'm going to make that whatever. And they're all there together, they're excited, so it's a great energy. And then at the end of it, everyone's expectations are met or exceeded, and they leave with a great piece.
They leave with something.
They leave with it.
You know what I mean?
And they made that themselves.
That's right.
Made that themselves. I mean, the instructors making sure that they do it, but they're not allowed to fail. They're there to learn. Right. And it's like, oh, let me show you you're doing it right. You're close, and then they fix it for you, and they're like, oh, and you realize you weren't that far off, and they're there to help you along the way. You leave with an awesome piece.
And you're wonderful, and you're passing on traditions, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You know what? I'd be remiss if I didn't do this, because we know so much about the school that we understand the range of courses.
Right.
But we're talking, I mentioned banjo before, you can actually learn to play a musical instrument.
Yes.
You know, you can weave. I've seen some of the most beautiful weavings on the walls here.
Yeah.
We're in the Blacksmith area here, which, you know, you can make all kinds of different things. If you look at the walls here, and I'm sure Andrew will get some B-roll of this, you can't believe what you can make. These are hinges, these are knives, these are door handles, all kinds of stuff, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, if it's metal, we could probably do a lot of it here.
Rumor has it you made a knife recently?
I did this last weekend.
You did?
I did. I made a chef's knife.
Yeah, and you didn't read the part where you're not supposed to have sharp objects? They didn't tell you that part?
Well, the instructor forgot, so I snuck in under the radar.
That's great. We got a great event coming up. It's the FIDDLERS, FUDGE, and FORGE.
Right.
Who came up with that?
President Ginny Franzen did that for us. So.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
That's a unique one.
It wasn't a unique one.
And I think it's sort of self-descriptive, right?
Right.
Because you're saying fiddlers, so you must have some...
We have some great musicians coming in. Mac Petroquin, one of our artists, one of our instructors who teaches you how to play the banjo. He's coming with his band to play a couple of sets. And the Saratoga Fiddlers, who are a group of Saratoga Springs students who are playing gigs to raise money to go to a trip to Ireland and Scotland.
Oh, fantastic. Fudge, you got to know what that means.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have hot ice cream and hot fudge, thanks to Stewart's providing the ice cream for us. So it's it's a free community event, so people can make a donation.
And the Forge part means that you'll have a lot of demonstrations going on here, right?
Yeah, so the Fiddlers and Forges, to attract people to the Keystone event for us, is our annual Blacksmith Instructor Rendezvous. And this is a really unique thing to our school. We're blessed to have some of the best blacksmith instructors in the entire country coming here, and they work on tools and equipment. They fix and repair things at our shop. They forge and they fabricate tools right here, and they plan the following year's program. What's really special about this year's rendezvous is this group of blacksmiths are planning the 2020 Artisan Blacksmith Association of North America's biannual conference, which will be at the Washington County Fairgrounds next June.
Wow.
So this group this is their 7th or 8th time getting together, and it's the genesis of wanting to host this pretty amazing event. So they'll be attracting an international audience of about 1,500 to 2,000 people right here in our backyard next summer.
Well, you know, I think it was the last time we were here, we did a Where's Andrew in here, and the instructor, I forgot what state he was from.
California.
Yeah, it just really struck me that he was here from so far away, and it was like he was on a mission.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? He had to come here, and he had to teach people this sense of sharing. And if you ever see these guys, men and women, working these kilns, you will not believe what it takes. It takes timing, it takes skill, it takes knowledge. They have to understand science, they have to understand chemistry.
Absolutely.
You know, it's really phenomenal. And then you think to yourself, okay, again, another reference to this technological world. No, 150 years, 200 years ago, 300 years ago, they didn't look that up on their cell phone. They understood it.
Oh, yeah.
It was a different way. You know, it really lends a lot of credence to the whole idea of craftsmen and just the art of being attached to something that you're working on.
Oh, yeah.
Really phenomenal stuff, right?
Absolutely. And their knowledge back then, it was passed along by a master who had been doing it for decades before them. And it took decades to learn it from that master to be considered a journeyman and then become a master yourself. So these folks really care about the craft of blacksmithing and all metal arts. And to have them here teaching and demonstrating, it's really mind-blowing to have these folks of this caliber. I mean, the gentleman you spoke of, his name's Mark Asbury. He actually wrote the book of blacksmithing, volumes 1 through 3.
Yeah,
and he just loves teaching and passing along blacksmithing. He loves to demonstrate and share his story of blacksmithing and his take on it. It's really cool.
Yeah. You know, it's this Saturday in the afternoon, right?
Yes.
Didn't you say in the afternoon? At the Adirondack Folk School in this beautiful little hamlet of Lake Luzerne. It's real easy to get to from wherever you are in the Capital District, up in the Adirondacks. You know, bring your family, expose your children, expose your grandkids, expose yourself to you're stepping back in time in a way, but it's very strange how you're stepping back in time, but your mind expands into the future. It's a very interesting experience, and you'll get some hot fudge, you can hear some great fiddlers, great music, you can see some blacksmithing, and we promise we will not put the knife in Scott's hands, so you don't have to worry about that. And you just have a wonderful time. And donate, it's free.
It is.
And donations are accepted. That's how the Adirondack Folk School does what it does. And pick up the catalogs anywhere. I've seen them all over the place.
Great,
right?
yes. And if you can't find one, give us a call and
Right.
we'll be happy to mail one to you.
Well, it's great to see you, as always, my friend.
As always,
Thanks
Chelsea.
for inviting
Thank
us
you.
out, and make certain you come here Saturday. I think it's the 17th. Is
It's
that what you said?
17th.
Okay, Saturday the 17th afternoon, Adirondack Folk School, Lake Luzerne. See this interview again, you can head to our website, look, tvonline.com.